So this video is a bit random. I know you guys typically know me as the guy who posts Yakuza videos and such, but this game has made such a big impact on me since my childhood. And I recently just got back into it around early 2024. Around, I'd say, one of the lower points of my life. This account dates back to maybe, I think, all the way back to 2010. I was always so on and off with this game, but one day I decided, like, why not? Let me, like, give it another shot. And then from there, like, everything really changed. The idea of this video is, to hopefully get more eyes on this game and to personally talk about my experience for the last couple years of me playing it seriously. I also wanted to talk about how much of a real impact this game has had on me and how it probably legitimately saved my life, as corny as that sounds. Adventure Quest gave me a distraction and distracted me from all the stress and all the shit going on around me. I was still do spend countless hours on the game at a time farming quests for classes I'm probably going to put in my bank as soon as I'm done farming them. But I would be at work just thinking, like, oh man, I can't wait to get home, continue farming and finally get to max level 24/7 constantly. I would be at the register, checking people out at my old job, thinking about the game. And that's how bad my addiction was. But looking back, I don't really think it was necessarily a bad thing. I was just coming off the coattails of, like, my father's passing, maybe not even a year ago. And in all honesty, I was lost for a while. But to reiterate again, it was very much a distraction, and it helped me so much. To this day, it's still very much a distraction to all the stuff going on around me. I still work a 9 to 5, and I'm constantly at work working 5 days a week. And I'm still, 21-year-old me still looks forward to weekly updates and new classes and new accessories and the new collection chests that they're adding into the game. I love this game, and I've loved it for years. I've even bought merch for it, and I've spent thousands of dollars on the premium currency. I'll probably throw a picture up on the screen, and it's basically a wall of merch that I have for this game. I go through the Hero Mart, which is their digital storefront, maybe at least once a week, just trying to see, like, oh, what new thing, what new poster do I want from this? But the footage in the background probably doesn't do this game much justice, and to be completely honest, the combat mechanics aren't really what pulled me into playing AQ. It's the sense of accomplishment, spending maybe 3 to 4 weeks grinding for a class, being, Void High Lord or any other endgame achievement, really. I just recently finished up the farm for Ravenous, which is an endgame enhancement, and it's genuine dopamine rush knowing that I spent all that time grinding for something that was genuinely worth it, considering how much it changed almost all my endgame builds. But now that I mention it, 3 to 4 weeks does seem like a long grind, especially because this MMO is just a mere flash game. Who would want to spend all that time grinding for items and classes on a 15-year MMO? Who would be the 3 to 4K concurrent players still on this game? And on good days, I see the game spike up to maybe around 5 to 6K. And that's just recent years. The game used to peak maybe back in like 2012 or even earlier than that, like around 12K. And now that might not seem impressive for an MMO or maybe even modern game standards, but you have to keep in mind this game is as old as bricks. And I'm still occasionally seeing new players asking for help within the Discord on how to progress, level up, and that genuinely blows me away. You think this game would have died years ago considering it's running on Flash? And since it runs on Flash, the performance tanks constantly because of that. But no, that's the real magic of AQ. Not that it's nostalgic or the endgame farms, but the fact that after all these years, it still feels alive. Here's just hoping that you guys, my subscribers, could give this game a chance, and if it doesn't really click with you, that's completely fine, but I want at least one person who watches this video to give this game a fair shot. And I've come to a realization that this game really isn't for everyone, but just seeing all these YouTubers who play this game during their challenges, coming back to it, revisiting, and genuinely enjoying it is such a heartwarming feeling for me. I'll most likely leave some of my socials in the description if you want to reach out to me and maybe play with me. But I've been trying to convince so many of my friends to just get on the game. Specifically, there's this one friend, I bother him all the time. Like, get on the game. Trust me, it's worth a shot, like, this game is, even if you don't like it, you can still give it a shot. I get it, like, this game isn't for everyone, like I said before, but this game has had such a personal impact on me. It honestly be crazy if I didn't share it with anybody or, this platform. To be honest, this game's also a big reason as to why I haven't really been posting content. But the Yakuza games get stale after a while. I can't constantly be playing them. I love that series to death, but honestly, the direction that it's going in now, and you know, I don't want to get into that. I'll probably do another video for that, but this game has been my solace, essentially, my escape from reality. And whenever I need to just relax, chill out for a little bit, I'll get up from my bed, hop on my computer, play Adventure Quest for 2-3 hours, and call it there, go back to bed, go to work tomorrow, the next day. It's just been really helpful for me, and it's definitely been an escape from reality. That's why I push it on to so many people as well. That's why I've spent so much money on it. It's been such a pleasant time going into the community and talking to people, meeting new people, going to ultra bosses, and you know, helping newer players out. Just recently I joined a streamer playing this game with his viewers. His name is Bobafish, and I had a blast just hanging out. Didn't really talk much in the chat, but just seeing all the people come together and just hanging out and helping them progress and grind, and it's such a nice thing to see, especially with all the shit going on around in the real world. Let me not go on a tangent anymore about that, but thank you guys for letting me yap about a 15-year-old Flash game. See you guys whenever I post my next video.